Hello everyone, welcome back to PMAT1033. In this video, I will be talking about section 2.3. We'll be learning how to write linear equation with slope-intercept form and point-slope form. We also talking about parallel property and perpendicular property. Remember, in the last section, we talked about how to find slope, right? And I say that the purpose of finding the slope is to find linear equation. We also talked about last time the linear equation in two variable, which is the standard form of linear equation. In this video, you will be introduced to slope-intercept form of linear equation and point-slope form of linear equation. So go ahead and start it, okay? Right, so I'm going to push section 2.3. Okay, section 2.3. I think I'm going to put linear equation. I think I'm going to put a slope-intercept form and point-slope form. I think that's what I should put. Okay, slope-intercept form. Okay, and point-slope form. Point-slope. Okay. So on the first part, I will be talking about slope-intercept form, and we'll be learning how to write a linear equation in slope-intercept form. Alright, so what is slope-intercept form? Slope-intercept form must be in the form y equal to mx plus b. So I'm going to write it in column. So this is the slope-intercept form, and we try to understand this form. What is m? Remember, m is the notation for the slope. M is the slope, and b is intercept value. Y-intercept value. So let me erase this. B is y-intercept value. Remember, last time you guys already learned how to find y-intercept and x-intercept. So that's what it is. That's y-intercept value. Okay, and the slope is what? Slope is we already learned how to find the slope, right? y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, right? Okay. Okay, so let's start with our first example. Excuse me. Write linear equation in slope-intercept form. Every example in this video, it might be on the test, okay? Because the example in this video is very important, super important, okay? Write linear equation in slope-intercept form that has slope equal 3 and goes through point with coordinate is 2, 1, for example. Okay. Alright, let's do this together. Okay, so the first step you do for this type of question is that because they ask you write an equation in slope-intercept form, so you should go ahead and write a formula that y equal to mx plus b, right? So the first thing in order to write an equation is you have to find the slope. Then you have to find the b value. As long as you find the slope, and you find the b value, then you're done. Okay, you just need to plug them back in here and you're done. Okay, so let's ask ourselves if we already have the slope. Well, the question already gave you the slope, right? So the slope equals 3, so m equals 3, right? M equals 3, so if go because m equals 3, so you go ahead plug it in here. Alright, just go ahead plug it in. So the equation will become y equal to 3x, right? 3x plus b. So now we have to find you need to find a b value. So in order to do so, you have to replace x and y with a value. And over here, they already give you close to the point 2, 1. So you're gonna just go ahead put it in. So I'm gonna put over here through point 2, 1. So my equation will become y will be 1, right? So y will be 1. So I'm gonna replace y with 1 equal 3 x is 2, right? Plus b. All right. So now we're gonna solve for b. So now we're gonna solve for b. So I go ahead and calculate this. So it will be 1. 3 times 2 is 6 plus b. Subtract both sides by 6. So I have b equal to negative 5, right? So after you got b, and now you're gonna go back and plug b. You replace b over here with negative 5, and I have the final answer. Alright, put it in here. Put it in here. Okay, plug this one in here. Okay, and I have y equal to 3x minus 5. So this is your final answer. There you go. Okay, so this the first example here kind of pretty easy because they already give you the slope. Now what if they don't give you the slope? What if they give you 2 points? Okay, example 2. Write linear equation. Linear equation in slope intercept form. Okay. Alright. That goes through 2 points. So in the first example, they give you go through only 1 point. Now it goes through 2 points. First point is 2, 5, and the second one is 4, 6, for example. Okay. Alright, so how we do this? So you must be used to this type of question, okay? Because I'm sure that I'm going to put one of this on the test, maybe 2 of this on the test. Okay, but I'm sure that this section is very important, and I will put something like this on the test. So again, because you want to write an equation in slope intercept form, so you go ahead and write out the formula y equal to mx plus b. Again, your goal is to find m and to find b, but they don't give you m, they just give you 2 points. So you can find m by using the formula last time we already learned. Alright, y2 minus 1 over x2 minus x1. So y2 will what? Y2 will be this, right? 6 minus 5, right? Over 4 minus 2. So your answer will be a half. Alright, so you already got the m. You already got the m. Now in order to, now our job is to find b. So after you got an m, you're going to replace the m over here with 1 over 2. So my equation becomes y equal to 1 over 2x plus b. Now, again, now you have to find b. It means that you have to replace y and x with a number, right? And over here, this is y and x. This is x1, y1, x2, y2. You can pick any of them. So I think I'm gonna pick. Maybe this one. Okay, so this y is equal 5. Okay, so y equal 5. You plug it in. 1 over 2. X is 2 plus b. So it'll become what? 5 equal 2 divided by 2 is 1 plus b. So your b will be equal to 4. Okay, so after you got B, after you got M, then my final answer will be y equal to 1 over 2x plus 4. There you go. And that's it. Okay. So let me put a remark here. Just for you to remember. So in order to write linear equation, okay, in a slope-intercept form, okay, you must find, first of all, step M value, secondly B value. Alright, then you plug them in, and that's it. Okay. I'm going to give you more example on this later, but that is how we use the slope-intercept form to write linear equation. Okay. On the second part, we're gonna learn how to use point-slope form. But first of all, what is point-slope form? What is point-slope form? Second part, point-slope form. I mean, some students prefer point-slope form than to slope-intercept form. But I mean, again, if I ask you to to write slope-intercept form, I mean you should write slope-intercept form. Okay. So the point-slope form will be in the form. Y minus y1 equal m x minus x1. Okay. Well, it looks like this color is not good. I think I'm going to change different color. Kind of very hard to see with this color. So y minus y1 equal I think this one is not good either. Let me use another one. How about this one? Y. Here you go. This one better. Y1 equal m's x minus x1. All right. So let's try understand this formula right away. What is y1 x1 and what is m? M again. M is the slope. Y1 x1 is just a point. Okay. X1 y1 just a point. Okay. Now let's do some example. Okay, so I think I'm going to use the same example here. You see, I'm going to use the same question here, but instead of writing in slope-intercept form, I'm going to write in point-slope form. So in this example, the slope will be 3, right? Slope will be 3, so m equal 3, and the point is what? Point is 2, 1, huh? Point is 2, 1. Alright. So let's try to write point-slope form with this information. Very easy because I will give you everything already. So you just go ahead and plug them in. So it will be y. Right here, y1 is this. Y minus 1 equals slope is m x minus 2. There you go. It's so fast, right? It's so fast. Done. That's it. It's very fast. Very fast. Okay. So this is the final answer if the question is to ask you to find point-slope form. What if they want you to convert point-slope form to slope-intercept form? It will be very easy, okay? Because we can convert back and forth between point-slope form and slope-intercept form. So let me show you how to write point-slope form. How to convert this point-slope form to slope-intercept form. Okay. The reason I want to do this because as I already said, some of you prefer point-slope form every time you want to write linear equation. However, if the question asks you to write it in a slope-intercept form, then first of all you should start with writing in point-slope form. Then you're gonna convert to slope-intercept form. All right. So how we convert it? Very easy. All right. So I'm gonna put over here convert to slope-intercept form. Alright, so how are we gonna do that? Alright, super easy. So in order to do this, so just go ahead and distribute it. So give you 3x minus 6, right? Minus 6. Alright, so afterward, we're gonna add both sides by 1. So we have y equals 3x. Add both sides by 1, so negative 6 plus 1 equal negative 5. And here you go, look at that. It is said, right? Y equal to 3x minus 5. Right here. See? Y equal to 3x minus 5. Alright, so I'm going to box that. See? Convert it to slope-intercept form is super easy. Okay. Alright. So that is how that's how you should convert point-slope form to slope-intercept form. Okay. Now on the second example, I'm gonna use this information here. So the first step is still to find the slope, right? So the slope over here they give you m equal to well, you gotta find it, but so m equal to half. Okay. Okay. But they give you 2 points. The first one 2, 5, and 4, 6, right? So they give you 2 points. 2, 5, and 4, 6. Alright. You can use either of these to find point-slope form. I think I'm going to use this one. Okay. It should work. Both of them should work. Alright. So it's okay. Answer. It's very easy. So y minus y2, right? So y minus 5 equal to slope is 1 over 2 x minus 2. Alright, again, so this is point-slope form, right? This is point-slope form. Now I'm going to convert this point-slope form to slope-intercept form. So I'm going to convert it. So y minus 5, so I'm going to distribute this 1 over 2x. 1 over 2 minus 1 over 2 times minus 2 would be negative 1, right? Multiply fraction 1 over 2 times 2 is 1 over 2 times 2 over 1, just negative 1. Then I'm gonna add both sides by 5, so I'm gonna have y equal to 1 over 2x plus 4. There you go. Look at that. See, the same. Right? So okay. Alright, so after we already learned slope-intercept form and point-slope form, on the third part, I want to introduce the 2 important property. So I'm going to put over here linear property. So let me change a little bit. I think I'm going to put property for linear equation. That's way better. Property for linear equation. Okay. The first property is I call a parallel property. So given two line, let me draw a line right here. Let me see. Let me see. Okay, let me draw the coordinate system. Okay, coordinate system like this. Okay, so this is y, this is x, and I have 2 lines. Okay, I have two lines. So the first line I call L1, as I just named it, and the second line is L2. Okay, and I say that these two lines here parallel to each other. So given given L1 parallel to L2. So this is mean a parallel. Okay, L1 parallel to L2, and as you know, every line they have the slope, right? Because every line have a number that represent how slanted the line is. That line is. Then every line has a slope. However, because over here in this case, two lines are parallel to each other, so the slope should be the same, right? The slope should be the same. So given L2 parallel to L1 parallel to L2, then the slope of L1 is called M1 equal to M2, which is the slope of line L2. Okay, so I want you to memorize this property. It's very important because it's going to help you to write linear equation later. Okay, and the second property I call perpendicularity property. Okay, and again I will have two coordinate system. I have a coordinate system like this. X, Y, and I also have two lines. Okay, I also have two lines. Let's use another color for two lines. Let's use how about this, green. So the first line like this. I name this line L1, again L1, but the second line is kind of like this. Oops, this is not good. Okay, so I kind of like this. There you go. And I call this is L2. And I say that these two lines here is perpendicular, so the angle is 90 degrees. Okay, it's 90 degrees. Okay. All right. So what do we have out of it? So given L1 perpendicular, so this is the symbol for perpendicular, L2. Then the product of the slope between the slope of L1 and L2 could be equal to -1. Alright, so go ahead, memorize it. Usually, you can understand like this. If you know the slope of one of the line here, then the slope of the other line will be negative reciprocal. Okay, based on this information, it could be negative reciprocal of the slope of the first line. So for example, over here in this case, right, M2 will be a negative reciprocal of M1. There you go. So this and this here had the same meaning. Or M1 will be negative reciprocal of M2. So it had the same meaning. Okay, it had the same meaning. Alright. So how we're gonna use the property here to write linear equation? So let's start with our first example here. Write linear equation. Okay. That goes to point. Go through point 1, -2, and parallel to and parallels to line y equal 2x plus 3. Alright, how we gonna do this? Okay, so they given you two information. The first information is that it goes through point 1 over 2, and the second information is parallel. These two information is very important. We're gonna use that to write linear equation. Over here, I did not specify what form you should use because I just say write linear equation. I didn't say that write linear equation in slope-intercept form or point-slope form. So you can pick either a form you start with. However, I always love slope-intercept form, so I'm gonna go ahead and do a slope-intercept form. Okay. Every time we want to solve, every time we want to write linear equation, we always want to find the m and the b, right? Okay. So let's find the m first. Okay. So how are we gonna find m? Did they give you the m over here? No, they don't give you any m. They don't give you the slope, right? However, they give you parallel property. So the slope of this line is 2. The slope of this line is 2. So this is the slope of the line right here. And the new line, and the line we want to write, parallel to this line. So it means what? It means the slope of the line we want to write is also 2, right? Because according to the property, slope must be the same. Okay, slope must be the same. So the m, so I'm gonna put over here because of parallel. Alright, because of parallel, m must be equal to. Okay, so from that, we can write equation will be y equal to 2x plus b, right? I just replace m with 2. Okay, now we want to find b, and in order to find b, it's very easy because they already give you point 1, negative 2. So I'm going to put over here going through point 1, negative 2, right? Erase this. Use different color. We'll go to point 1, negative 2. Then just go ahead and plug it into find b. So go ahead and plug it in. So it will be negative 2 equal to times plug in replace the x with 1 to 1 plus b. Alright, so it will be negative 2 equal to plus b. So b will be, this b. So the b will be equal to negative 4. And after you got a b and you got a m, then you can write final answer y equal to 2x minus 4. Yeah. Alright. Alright. Again, sometimes they give you parallels, sometimes they give you perpendicular. For example, in this case, they give you a perpendicular, right? Linear equation that is parallel, that is perpendicular. That is perpendicular to y equal to negative 2 over 3x plus 1, and goes through point. Let's pick 3, 1 for example. Alright, so how are we gonna do this? Alright, again, because I did not specify what form, so I love slope intercept form, so I'm going to start with slope intercept form. If you want to start with one slope form, it will be alright, but if I want you to convert to slope intercept form, so make sure you convert it to slope intercept form. Okay. Alright, so first of all we need to find m, right? And I already say perpendicularity, perpendicular information here, it tells us that the slope of the line we want to write will be negative reciprocal of this one. So I'm going to put over here because of perpendicularity. Alright, then m will be equal to negative reciprocal of the negative will become positive, so m equal 3 over 2. Alright, so my equation become y equal 3 over 2 x plus b. Now we want to find, so this b and this b are the same because sometimes I write b like this, sometimes I write b like this, doesn't matter. Now we want to find b, so we need to replace y and x with this one. Going through 1, 3, 1, and now we can plug it in. So 1 here, 3 over 2 times x is 3, right, plus b. So would give you 1 equal to 9 over 2 plus b. So b will be 1 minus 9 over 2 will be 5 LCD here, negative 7 over 2. Alright, so after you got slope, I got the b, then final answer will be y equal to 3 over 2 x minus 7 over 2. Here you go. And that's it. Okay, and that's it. Okay, of course some of you want to start with upon slope form. That's fine. Okay, that's totally fine. You start with punch slope form and you learn how, because in the last example I already showed you how to convert from punch slope form to slope intercept form. So finally you can get this. Okay. Alright. So I give you example for parallel and perpendicularity. Let me see anything else I can give you. This is kind of a typical example, a typical question. I'm going to put it. I'm going to put this on the test. For my MATLAB homework, sometimes they give you the graph of the line, and from the graph of the line, you can get the slope by using the rise over run method. Remember, rise over run method? We already show you. To get the slope, I started with y-intercept, okay, with y-intercept, and you start counting how many go down, how many go up, rise over run method. If you guys forget, then you should go ahead and look up some video to find the slope by rise over run method on YouTube. Remember that concept I show you in class, so I don't have a video here. So but that is for the case when they give you the graph and they ask you to write linear equation by using the graph. But on the test, I'm gonna just give you something like this. Okay, something similar to example I have in this video. I probably change a little bit the number, but kind of the same like this. Kind of the same. Alright, nothing harder than this. I don't think so. I'm going to give you something harder. Alright, so I think that's it for section 2.3. Okay, in the next video, I will be talking about section 2.4, how to show 2.4 is about something else. So I think I'm going to introduce by data. Okay. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.